teams in the entire world that is working with one of the biggest budgets as well. I think Astralis will win this game, but again, it's just the fact that we can raise so many questions. That's my issue right now. Early starts to the season, the majors coming up, that's the big goal, but they cannot afford to miss another one.
No, they can't afford to miss that. They also can't afford to have a slow start right here. If you can believe it, it is Astralis taking on paiN, and we are ready to go to Inferno.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your expertise, for your information, for your time, really, folks. Astralis paiN Gaming, Wanders, I'm kind of siding with Jacob on this one. I'm looking at the Astralis win. It just boils down to in what form, I would say. paiN, it's a weird struggle at the moment with Cato. They started with the FaZe win. I mean, they were turning heads until their heads got torn off themselves. So today's a new day. We'll see if the new kid on the block in Davideus can do much. Right now, it is just the one frag from short side. And right into the bomb plant, right into the post plants, right into a potential retake. What, double players up on library side, a late mid play coming out for paiN. Looks like Astralis have carved their path to a pistol win, but we'll see if they can hang on. Yes. Yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
Because the retake won't even be attempted.
Yeah, not even a try here. Too far away from it. This game, make no mistake, there is a 2-0 victory for Astralis over paiN, but this game is all about today's form. These two teams, like, again, when we had the conversation about the Mongols, they're becoming an elite team because they can take down elite teams and they beat everyone worse than them. They don't really lose those games anymore. Right now, Astralis kind of beat everyone beneath them, just as the old Heroic were actually one of the best teams in the world at doing, never losing to a team lower ranked than them, but they aren't able to punch up very high. And then you look at paiN, and they have some better wins than Astralis. They actually beat teams like FaZe, Virtus.pro, other rosters, Furia, that Astralis can't even beat. But then they can lose to random teams. So on paper, it feels like paiN's trend is actually more impressive than Astralis, but Astralis have been winning a higher percentage of their, low floor games, if you will, and they have the recent head-to-head versus paiN themselves. So I'm not sure if that last game matters too much for me.
The head-to-head?
So many, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen so many good moments out of paiN, but also the worst game at Shanghai was paiN versus 3 Max on Dust 2.
But Maui Snake said they had really cool flashbangs.
He didn't watch the game. He didn't watch that one. That was...
I remember it.
And that wasn't just 3D Max's fault, by the way. That was paiN's fault as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, it was just the best of one.
Yeah.
And they've done better things since. Both teams, in fact, have done better things since. It's real quiet over on this A site, despite the triple stack up on short side. We're going to get Big Uzera working over with that MP9 on Arch. The Danes look like they want to get going, however. This could be a good interruption from Big Uzera playing ahead of the util. Yeah, he swings in, and yes, sir, SMGs come out on top. That's 4 frags to the MP9, and Stound's nowhere to be found just yet. Bomb in brackets. The hopes of the Astralis pistol conversion have just gone up in smoke.
Hugely, instantly. Total mid-crush here from the MP9s. The flash from Astralis does nothing inside of the cubby for the position that Big Uzera is playing. And we haven't really cast that much of Astralis lately.
No, we haven't. Not you and I.
Just looking at their games. Device saved them in a map at Cato. But I thought they'd reach a way higher potential way sooner. It's a Device taking a break through the winter season and missing the major. To come back refreshed and ready to take on the second, part of the year, or the beginning of this year. And you'd think they'd have a pretty solid foundation now, but I don't know if they do.
We saw in that pregame interview with Banks and Cadian, Cadian saying like there hasn't been a lot of practice. There's been a lot of playing.
Okay.
Competition has been constant in that regard, but he said there hasn't been a lot of practice.
Not gonna lie though, like,
why not?
This is Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
You have to practice in tournaments sometimes. You've got to be learning all the time. That's never changed.
I'm sorry, I need to address that. Cadian goes tapping 15
Shooting,
bullets of a
running
Tech 9
straight.
out of smoke, running through smoke, and gets blasted out of the round by a 4-bullet burst. Nice try, bro.
How do you know I was there?
All right, guys, there's 1B. Work on that one in practice.
There is no practice.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just trying new stuff then, live.
Yeah. But that's the thing. We don't really have, like, we have an off season, but that's supposed to be, you know, you take a 2-week vacation, then you start practicing again, right? It's like.
And QZ's just going to prod the mid control as the Astralis are trying to set up, as they're hoping to get that single Galil and upgraded pistols somewhat closer to this bomb site. But again, it's numbers strong for paiN. Ah, dirty. Just as he's trying to clear out the cubby that we saw BitGuzera play in, well, what do you know? Cowes puts the Galil to the back of the head of the double peak, and now bomb in a 1v5 on device. Ooh, 1 HP device, which you'd think should never be enough. It won't be. Single kill, not half bad, and QZ and Cowes lock it down on the bracket attempt.
And you want to talk about practice? paiN go back to Brazil, then lose to Brazilian teams, then come back to Europe and still play well. So they've done that for years now. What kind of practice do they get? They're like the MongolZ. They have to be the best in the region by far in order to get better themselves. Like, they have to play with a certain level of discipline. And they're still somehow able to learn those lessons, come to Europe for shorter periods of time, and still perform. I would tell you this, I'd much rather play tournaments in Europe all the time than have to practice in a region without any of the top 20 teams. Ooh.
He's gotten away with this.
Yeah.
Very understandable that they'd let their guard down, but it's just the P250, and he doesn't quite let them come to him. There is still an attempt here from the pistols to try to flood up Banana. Fallback's looking good enough. They will disengage effectively, and Astralis not able to capitalize on that one just yet.
Yeah, they thought they would set them something a little bit more, but paiN never actually pushed down with their smoke. So there's nothing for Staehr to do, and a lot of time has been burned off the clock. That's all the utility gone. For Astralis, that is.
Yeah, plenty of nades still for paiN. Although, none of it over towards that B site, so things could still get weird on this half of the map. BitGuzera's lost his support, and he's leaning back, new box. Ooh, Deagle's hunting for him, but he's doing a great job of just sectioning off these fights, buying time for the rotate to come out from spawn. Ooh, that rotate takes a Deagle shot to the forehead. Cowes is out of the round. Oh, Cadian. Every once in a while, man, these Deags. But enough's enough. And QZ is going to end that where it stands, and that's paiN to go up 3-1.
Those were some great shots. That's about as much as you could do in a round like that after your first idea gets stuffed. They're trying this window flash run up, and the idea is they have this lead off with Staehr in front of the smoke, so they know they can't die running through it. Then they want to get the top Banana player blind, fall back to the site. But as that's happening, ideally, you turn that window flash into a guy flashing from the bottom of Banana, then a guy flashing God Flash over the roof, and then you just run the whole time and everyone's blind. But they don't have those kinds of resources.
Ouch.
Lots of set plays, it looks like, here for Astralis, but getting met with utility. Every step.
This double frag grenade into an incendiary. That's device on 28 health. Covered off, but they're going to keep that pressure up, and it works. Cowes is down. David Deus, pop from pit. Nice entry here from Staehr, working with that Galil. And we're going to lean back if we're paiN. 2 players on library side. Eventually, Snow's going to get into the action through apartments, but he's got to take the long road. And it's being held. Or so it was.
It's just going to be blocking off the save now. This is all about the 2 entries that Astralis get. It's a round where they set themselves up quite nicely. They block the attack, they get HE damage on the way in. Astralis are full commit, which means they can't just turn around. And they're in jeopardy of dying to a Banana flank because they aren't watching anything. They're all in on this play, but 2 first bullet headshots in from device and Staehr, and that's all you need.
A little extra price tag at the end of this one, but it's still Astralis' second. I think after all that util, right? Somebody from the bomb site would have capitalized, but
Yeah.
time to kill was
again,
really quick from Astralis.
Yeah, like, again, they set themselves up pretty well, but the shots were equally as impressive. Surprised we get so much set stuff already here from Astralis. That's brand new. I mean, KDN definitely calls a rush or two, but they don't really look like that.
Right.
And Heroic's defaults, I think, was the scariest part about that team, you know, because Jabby could lurk on one side of the map, get a kill by himself. Staehr could do the same.
You remember that interview where KDN was talking about coming back to join Jabby and Staehr on Astralis? And he said that, yeah, they had no idea. Like, they didn't know I was coming. You remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah,
that.
he's been on record as saying it just like, yeah, like they didn't know I was coming to join the team. Like,
Right.
It hadn't been, you know, like, it's all good, guys.
It looks like a prank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's all cool, guys. Like, we're all good. The three of us, it's all good. It's, you know, the hatchet's been buried. But yeah,
Yeah.
they had no clue I was joining Astralis. And I always just, I think about that sometimes from like,
We need
what a
that.
crazy work environment.
Yeah, that is wild. We need that on film, though.
I think about that sometimes. So, you know, KDN tried to do something a little different in the look of the last round. And Device, good for a double. Are you good, sir? Utility's got that position given away. Snow, he's got a teammate to come support him. Kawez.
Play that safely. Now they know it's 2-2 to sites. They saw the smoke bounce as well. Kawez quickly leaves. No boost in place. B site looks like it still will be hit shortly. And this is good map use of the map from Astralis.
I like the push into Boiler.
Yeah, Boiler, though, that changes things.
Ever so slightly. Smoke goes down in front of the banana hit. 3 players ready to go.
He's waiting for this
4.
Kawez flash. Timing. It's a little late.
Oh, they're on each other. Oh, God. Oh, God, it's weird. Device actually gets through the CT smoke. Snow, they're going to be worried that somebody is in sight still, so he's taking up position.
Wait, they're going to go back. Hey, there's still 2 CTs here.
What
He can hear them leaving.
the hell?
Yeah.
Davidus in sight. NQZ in pit.
And Device is just sitting in con, though.
And what if
So-
they go arch to B, Launders?
Okay, that surely makes less sense.
Met by an incendiary off-site. Now they're going to have to hit this site at 15 seconds.
And
And
there's an
NQZ
op and
softens the
hit.
player up short. What do you do? Where do you go? NQZ serving up the distraction. Don't die on sight. Hang on. Everything going well now. 2 players inside of the A site deters the
won.
the frags.
They got every kill.
The frags come in the final seconds. No way. No way. Astralis wins that round.
That was the worst round ever, and they still won. They had the B site done, okay? And they just don't. And why is Device lurking in con that whole time?
I don't know.
And then obviously, how are they supposed to know about it? I mean, the site is coming in, so he catches the rotator. But if he didn't at that moment,
If Device is in library, if Device is in CT spawn,
if Pit stays alive,
yeah,
I mean, if anyone stays alive,
if sight even, you know, you got box, you got 1 fight left. You've lost your pit player at that point. All you have to do is
when they
survive.
saw those, the mollies coming into Arch at 20 seconds,
Oh, yeah.
they were wrapping A.
That's a crazy round that Astralis ends up winning.
I mean, thinking back, I guess Device's position makes sense for the A hit. It's just not as sneaky as they think because there's still 2 players there. All right. We ball.
That was something, but a round win's a round win. It's on the board now. Put it in the rear view. Keep this going. And a great chance to build momentum off it. That's one of those like, oh, you got away with it
They did, yeah.
type situations.
A couple times now. Even that round that's fully blocked on the A site and they just get 2 entries. That's fragging their way out.
What a round to win. Jabby is not going to notice any of the 4 players who have crossed over to alt mid apartments. But that's fine, because Astralis have the bomb plant down on B.
They're just mall walkers, you know?
Mall walkers? What's that?
It's when grandmothers go on walks together through the malls before the stores open.
Oh. That's the thing?
Yeah.
Nice. Good for the elderly.
Never watched Better Call Saul.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, the group of mall walkers, right.
Yeah.
All right. Mall walkers. Makes it sound like they're already dead, though.
I won't say anything inappropriate at this moment.
1 casualty. That's an op save. You take that. That's it's not half bad there for paiN. A little parting gift as Astralis take this lead 4-3. I don't know if we can handle all these mall walkers, Rick.
Is that from The Last of Us?
No, it's more Walking Dead.
Oh, Walking Dead.
You
That's
know?
what I meant.
Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes.
Carl.
He's dead?
Whoa, spoilers.
Well, I was just asking a question. I haven't seen the show. You just sound like you're talking to a dead guy. All right, here comes that set A play again.
Nice nades once more, but last time nades weren't enough. Yeesh, pit player hanging on. Devideus cleared out by the Balk fight. So Astralis adamant about the pressure, and again, a little sprinkle in from the arch pressure. It's down, goes down after the 1 frag. It's a 2v2. This is anybody's round still. For what we've seen, it's anybody's round all the time. But NQZ's just got a USP. There it is. AK grabbed off of the corpse. Do you take this? Well, the frag grenade opens it up for a chance, but nobody pouncing on it. NQZ's playing with the kit. But Flash doesn't find Jabby. He confirms the 2nd player, and he's going to put them both in the coffin. That's the 5-3 lead for the Danes. Again, a couple grenades, soften them up. So be it. Astralis, when they want that bomb site, take it.
I feel like there's something that's under the hood that's obvious. That's not obvious about this game. That seems to make sense to Astralis, but on the outside looks like it's pretty risky. Like the plays are consistently working now. All these set tactics and full A and B commits, but it looks like there's really great staging from paiN. They get their utility out in the right spot. They put themselves in positions to get like the 1 kill they need to stop everything, but it consistently goes wrong. And I feel like both Astralis should be able to notice that like they're getting hit by full grenades,
yes, sir,
as they're running in, so they know they're not welcome, yet they win. And then I think like if I see that, I would assume, okay, that worked that time, but it probably won't work again. But they try it again, and then it works out the exact same way. And I'm starting to wonder, like, is this just a weakness of paiN? Like they weren't able to stop Astralis's fast set tactics last time, or is this just a confidence thing?
Ooh, trying to clear out Bow. Good flash. Good flash. 2nd player in the corner is down. Devideus, not everybody had an MP9, so good on him to make it work.
That box is just so spammable now.
Really changed the game up, eh?
Yeah.
How easy it is to pull players off it.
It's actually kind of nice because T-side, I'd say that's one of the hardest choke points to attack of any map, is like a pit and sight crossfire from there. So maybe that's the hot take, but I actually like that that's easier to spam now.
Let's see what the nades do look like out of the gate again.
Yeah, it'd be hard-pressed if I was Big Zero to tell my team you need to do something differently here.
Right.
You're hitting them with like 150 utility damage and mollying them for rotations and everything.
Nicely
done. Nice find.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Again, staging out of the gate.
Yeah.
It's looking like a winnable paiN round. We've said it multiple times, but this one looks a little too comfortable.
Yeah, this one, the difference is their pick play, so they get kills, not just HE damage and stuff. So at least now they know where they're coming. They kill them as they're coming instead of just softening them up. And so maybe that was the remedy all along for paiN, was to make it a moment where you take a little extra risk and go for the kill instead of just trying to take 40, 50 HP off.
And no knockout blow follow-up from paiN after it. Just a cautious little jump spot here from Snow. Gives the can a shake. And drops it just in case they follow through. But just eliciting a utility reaction so far. It's going to give Astralis a chance to go into an execute. Again, flush out this player in the back of B site, and suddenly Astralis have a post plant to try to hang on to. But it'll boil down to 30 seconds. NQZ's coming running over. We've got a flash to be sent out by NQZ so that BTarena can push. And it works out well for one, but Staehr gives cover. Snow's position's now well known to Astralis, but he hangs onto that line. And that line is gonna make the difference. Cadian swept back by the USP. Well done by Snow, well supported by NQZ. Getting BTarena into the mix there and finishing off what looked like a comfortable round after that double pick on both half of the map.
You can see that even the flash into B blinds NQZ before he's about to throw his flash, and that just opens up the time into cross grill. BTarena maybe gets a second kill or something like that if NQZ can throw the flash earlier. And then a lot rests on Snow, actually. You could swing from that spot and be held. That's always dangerous. But the interesting option that he finds is to crouch. And that's Staehr thinking, this guy's holding the angle as flat as possible standing up. And Snow times the crouch perfectly. Bullets go right over his head. That was some good micro from him that round.
Ooh. Ooh. Hefty nade damage on that one. That's half of NQZ dealt with. And another disengage. Back to the spawn where they had left some utility for themselves. But they've also opened up the door for the defense to make moves, and that's why we've got this third player hard allocated to the A site. Still, he may have ran away from Banana, but it just looks like Astralis are going to re-engage it with that second volley of utility.
Yeah, this is a moment where I think like 5-10 seconds ago they should have been working on their, recollecting in mid to get some info back. Snow has no nades after this smoke, and so now they should at least cheat over a rotate or try to get some info back. So how's he going to hold this by himself? Promising moment here for Astralis.
Flashes in the smoke make it weird, but that's fine. They still pop through. Ooh, Staehr. Yep, it's done enough. Gets Snow down with nothing so that BTarena's trade frag also gets traded right back out. Now there's nothing here for paiN. They've got 3 players stuck on the other half of the map, and Astralis secure a lead at the end of this T side, guaranteed. 7-4.
This is the hardest they had to work for a round so far.
True.
They try to play this one more slowly into the final seconds and wait out the smoke. They actually end up running through it just to be safe, but they know that there's only a solo player here. And this is finally a round where I'd say paiN's staging wasn't that good. I mean, last round he had 2 pick plays. Into this one's full passive. Into this one, it's giving Astralis all the bracket control, not taking it back, and heavily rotating, but without the idea to now look farther into this quiet section of the map to try to get some info back, work on flanks and things like that.
Oof. Oh my god, bro. Those are great grenades. But is it enough? It hasn't been all too many a time, but NQZ, third player, it's gonna make the difference. You get them here out of the spawn. To hell with their half health bars. It is 2 quick op shots to give paiN a man advantage to try to close out this half. Ooh, Jabby walking past Arch. But the timing.
Wait,
tell your teammate.
Yeah, oh
no
my
way.
god, that's really bad.
Oh my god.
Kelwes. Wait, no,
Cows has got to recover the situation. He's got to. He will. Still turns around just in case the commitment's on A. If NQZ misses here, then Cadian could be on for the clutch. Position confirmed by the util. Puts a front sight smoke down. And he's going to try to plant inside of that. And it goes about exactly how you'd think. 7-5 on the half.
Man, impressive that Astralis won 7 rounds, but I have to tell you, I did not expect this type of game.
Oh, no.
Like, not the way that Astralis have been calling. It's so, it looks so tailored maybe to their opponent, but so unlike what I was used to seeing on Astralis or on Old Heroic,
right?
In terms of how much set stuff they were doing. Yeah, it almost felt like when we were watching Gamer Legion Spirit on Anubis. It's like they had something they knew worked. You know, no matter what paiN tried to do to stop it, they could afford taking 150, 200 util damage.
Yep. They remained adamant.
Yeah, they just very confident about the way they came at that. But
well, it works.
It works.
It's enough. 7 rounds on a T side.
And here's another round where they did the same thing. They just decided to rush B through every piece of utility.
Hadn't seen that one before.
Sneaky beaky.
Maybe he was hoping that sight was clear, but nope. Dual Berettas to your head. Heavy utility pistol round between NQZ and Big Uzera. And 0 pressure for Astralis in pistol number 2. 1 tap.
Wow, crushed.
1 tap from Cowes.
That's from Cowes.
Device is dead, right behind him. Now, second player in pit gets blasted out of the round. That's a good one from Snow. And Stown's just stuck inside of Moto for the moment. NQZ has done this perfectly. Both players going library, just offers 3 backs to him soon enough. And he'll double back through Arch just to make sure all goes well. But, oh man, he's kind of floating out there for an extra second. And, well, there's no kit, but now the smoke is faded. And obviously Astralis, they can go for this. No shame in that. Oh, Big Uzera's got other ideas.
Wasn't even looking at him.
Nah, from the back of the site, one blasts him out of the round, and that is Stown to try to come back. Big Uzera's not playing games. paiN closed that gap to a mere single round after picking up second pistol.
Yeah, it's just in Astralis fashion with the simple exec towards A. Everything came down to those first couple of shots. Oh, it's Cowes right behind. Wow, on the shoulder spot for Staehr.
That Stown kill on Cowes is also underappreciated. Tap through the smoke into the pit. See ya. And a forced buy response back out of Astralis. They want to hang on to this lead at 7.
Speaking of teams and coaches and IGLs that make the most of their players, I think paiN have been that lineup with Big Uzera. We know, I mean, we know very little about most coaches in general, but even less with paiN, I would say. But Big Uzera, we know for sure. The talent that he's surrounded with, young or old, whoever he plays with, they get better when they play with him. I think Snow's been the best example of that. His development as a player has been pretty exponential, I want to say, in the past year. And that's everything from site anchoring to opping as well, which really shows how much you've learned. I mean, anyone can op.
Of course.
You know.
Here he comes. This is the stack, boys. And you're going to find that out the hard way. Triple from the defense. Cleared. Device with the 5-7. But he's only got 1 bullet left in it. And now he needs a reload with just the sidearm, but at least he gets him to burn the whole mag of AK. BTarena swaps, but he's lost track of Jabby. Oh, the force buy. They skip the search part of that and get destroyed themselves instead.
They could have saved it, but Device's Deagle shot. Ay, 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 that was a big one. Staehr got 2 on that round. Wow.
Oh, 5-7.
Oh, it was a 5-7.
Hit him with the little... Hit him with the... And just that, honestly, just that surviving got him to drop a mag, and that's where Jabby slides out.
Yeah.
That was Apex-esque.
Yeah.
In his dance moves. Ouch. Tough reality check there for paiN. But we go back to, like, you know, you said that the first half was kind of tailor-made to their opponent.
Uh-huh.
Great stack. You lose pistol.
Stack, yeah.
Great stack.
It's true. Uh-oh.
Lucky to have gotten away with that. Made you mess up your Molotov, but so be it. You're alive. And I feel like if you're Device right now, you're just content with that.
Oh, careful with that jump spot.
Staehr's going to hold back short side. BTarena did kill Cadian on Banana, but there's bodies here. Nice trade from MongolZ to try to keep the dream of a B plant alive.
No, I mean, it's got to go A now, right?
Go back,
They
yeah.
heard someone running over from Speedway. They know there's one in the site. This really comes down to Cowes.
Staehr tucking into the back site.
That means he's scared of somebody eventually wrapping Arch, but does he think it's now?
Yeah, the timing. Oh. Didn't think he thought it was going to be that close, but able to react fast as he finds Cowes up close and personal. And MongolZ swept out. So Astralis from the force buy win after losing pistol to converting that with 3 standing. It is 2 rifles across and a 3-round lead, 9-6.
Yep, very nice. Very
Now it's
nice.
just, again, pistols out of paiN here. So Astralis making it look like... making it look like... making a look-alike.
You had a few too many there, Connor.
You know me.
I start early.
It's Friday after all.
Ever felt like the day's too short?
What was I saying? I don't know. Making it look like they've come to play.
Right.
Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Triple spray down for Cadian on the unarmored torsos of paiN. It's down to Unleash. That's 10, folks. 10-6. Comfortable CT side after that force buy win. And maybe that's why Cadian gave it the little jiggle, because he has put his team in a great position to just try to close out map 1 quick.
It was a nice jiggle. If you look at Astralis' games, I think probably their most impressive win is paiN in terms of their recent games. And they've won a lot again, but not versus the higher ranked teams overall. So 2-0 does say something. They like playing against these guys.
You know, there was that weird loss as well recently for Astralis versus BC.game.
Isn't that Guardian's team?
No.
Oh, Guardian bye-bye.
It's X-Bleed. Jacob, Knock, Nexa, Prime Taps, and Cypher.
Right, right.
To qualify for IEM Dallas as well, right? That was a big fumble from Astralis. In an
You mean it
online
was a big
qualifier.
win from BC Game?
You're correct. Sorry, yes. Big win for those guys.
Point taken. Yeah, that was...
But, you know, organizationally, you know, the conversation is like, Astralis can't miss another major. Dallas isn't a major. But Austin will be.
Yeah.
And that's close.
And I don't think anyone's going to be leaving after it.
Oh, nice return here for MongolZ. Looked like that MP9 swing was going to just mop up the little health that remains on 2 of these paiN players. Instead, you have allowed them to leave. That MP9, if it gets 5 bullets off, this could be a 4 versus 2 to the favor of Astralis instead. But
so here's what, Astralis are doing that I kind of hoped that paiN would do on their CT side. But the thing is, they're actually not acting on this information, maybe worried about halls. So this is actually a great moment for paiN. They've moved quickly over to the other side of the map. Not a single bit of friction as they enter. And this just turns into a save, surely, from Astralis. Even though 2 players from paiN are low, I don't think they have that guaranteed information.
Tried to fight that brackets control with a peek. And instead, you check that radar. 2 deaths on the front side of the A site. So try to rack up costs here on the exits. And that's going to allow paiN 1 step closer to time back again. Oh, these guns are important. It didn't even look like he was around the corner yet.
Yeah, Device had a deeper angle.
What the hell? That bomb is big.
He hit him on the head with that incendiary.
And it looks like only Snow's going to survive.
How many water-based names are there? Snow, rain, frozen?
Well, I don't think Frozen's water-based.
It is. What else are you going to freeze?
Solids.
Yeah, but with condensation.
I don't think that's how that works.
We got him, boys.
Just confuse him.
That's why his hair looks like icicles.
Oh, okay. Water, rain, snow. Wait, water's not a player. Jesus Christ.
He got himself, boys.
Oh, boy. I think those are the only ones.
Rain, frozen, snow. Is there anyone named after a fish? Oh, there's sharks.
The team, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's it. Icy.
Icy. Nice.
I knew there was another one.
There we go. Okay. Oh, right in the legs. Cowes down lows. They're running up. That nade. Ooh, almost took him out. Oh, now he has to turn around. So this might be the better version of what paiN tried to do to them. They get an opening op shot plus their utility as they fall back. And that's the idea stuffed from paiN.
Oops.
Oy. Not that it would have hit.
It's a very narrow corridor, this banana alleyway. Fast moves here from Astralis to throw that 3rd player over, so we get the coffin rotate plus the CT crosshold, and Jabby doesn't waste a moment with that headshot. Then blinded was poor Davideus. Oh, and the nade finds its home. That was 1 point of health left for Cowes. Can't blame him for dying to that one.
Okay, I wasn't a big fan of the Astralis T side. CT side, though.
You're liking it?
Amazing. I mean, it shows all the issues that paiN had. They kind of like early on stuff their rushes with lots of time to spare. And because they do it so early inside of middle, it's not like bracket control gets taken over and then they can't rotate. Instead, they rotate 2 more over to B. Then they get aggressive over on the B site with utility. They're ahead of the information every step of the way. They're taking the first picks. They're getting utility damage. So I think paiN could learn from Astralis' game plan right here if they want to try their set stuff next time. But yeah, Astralis' T side struck me as one they were just trying to get it over with.
Yeah, sure. And in some ways, just trying to get the CT side over with as well, but it's just working very nicely.
Yeah. Operating at full strength.
You know, and I think that that is a testament to the kind of conversation that you kicked off this match with, where it's like when you're Astralis, you are just kind of, you know, if in the heroics case, you know, you always just kind of crap on the teams that are down beneath you.
Yes. And they had like the highest, I think right around Rio, right before Rio. Mm-hmm. They were the top 10 team with the highest win rate versus teams lower ranked than them.
Yep.
They just never lost to underdogs.
A little bit of that flair sprinkled into this head-to-head because, again, you know, paiN has shown promise, but if you keep the pressure up on them, then you know that paiN can have off days, and this is feeling like one of them in that regard. We're not getting big moments from Devideus, who is looking lights out in his debut in that paiN Gaming jersey. He is muted alongside Kawez and Snow, but again, maybe trying to get it done a little too quick. Stown goes for the mid pick, and it wasn't even like an out-of-the-gate fast one, just kind of a slow walk, and suddenly he is the first casualty of round 19. And Snow's not going to waste a moment here, taking up a quick glance towards balcony, but doing it with no teammate nearby. Now that frees up Device, and Device's teammate had just walked past, so why would Devideus expect that Device's op is right there trying to find him? Unfortunate spot for Biguzero with just the deagle, but he will take his time and wrap this around on Katie.
Yeah, he's here to trap them inside A, but the problem is that paiN have not clued into this quickly. They're moving slowly around through the back of halls, comes down to this shot, and this should be a total freebie here for Biguzero. Pick up a gun. Now we got eyes on Jabby. Bomb, figuring out where to go, and Jabby's got nades. Jabby has nades.
Love it. Goes into the headshot, and then just drops that incendiary.
Oh, that's smart, man.
Knows that the pressure's coming out from the other side. Knows that Staehr can try to help him on the T-ramp. Jabby, oh, doing it on his own. Woo! 3 clean frags from Jabby off the B-bomb site into the banana push, and that is 12 rounds secured for Astralis.
Now his aim looks fantastic. That was great use of both positioning, utility, and the time that was not on his side. So without that molly, it's a whole different round. Without this first peek, even more so. That couldn't have been better played here from Jabby. And
clean as
to
hell.
defend against the guy coming down banana, as well as taking the fight at the bottom of banana, as well as changing position in general, like, did that all in one move.
Smooth as need be. And Cadian, right back into the action here. You know, it's blood in the water, and Astralis know it. Uh-oh. They're going to try to open it up to Swar, but Jabby, triple kill. Saving his captain and thrusting poor Kawez down to 46 health. No bomb possession, 1v5. This is Astralis essentially icing out paiN for a second time on Inferno, specifically at 13-7 between their first debut at the start of the year and now. And it just boils down to Astralis actively trying to play to get this game done quick. They had a read, they played their counters, and they had a little bit of confidence sprinkled in. Did it cost them some T rounds? Maybe. But CT side, smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing, yeah. For now, we'll call it that. But also, there is still much more Counter-Strike to be played here. Thank you very much to Scrawny Launders. Back into the...
And then the new kid on the block.
Devideus.
Devideus dollar sign.
Damn, is there a dollar sign in his name?
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Wow.
There's a dollar sign. PGL didn't just throw it in for fun.
Small clan.
So, we'll see. We'll cross our fingers for the paiN Gaming side. I hope that they can bring something back on their map pick. It is Mirage, after all. Come on. It's just Astralis.
Yeah, what is it, 2018?
But right now, this is an Astralis that entered Inferno with a good game plan, applied it with confidence, even when they got turned back on a couple of those rounds, right? You know, maybe trying to play too quick. You could see they had what it took to stop them. Cadian burnt to a crisp. And Staehr dead right after. So nice clean entry frags out of paiN Gaming. That's going to be the 5v3 post plant inside the A site. All that is left of Astralis, ready to try to retake from spawn. No kit. So far, no kills. Ooh, Kawez bringing one with him is icing on the cake of this situation. Sorry, Stown, you're stuck in the corner, bucko. And you're toast. paiN's going to pick up pistol, but again, picked up pistol back on Inferno to give themselves a false sense of confidence because the Astralis game plan forced by brought it right back. Can't afford that one here.
Anybody can get crushed by MP9. Staehr will be the first to purchase up. Device grabs a scout. They don't even actually have one, so it'll be pistols and scouts for them. And a fiery A attack to kick this game off. Followed by what looks like a set play towards B. Some mid nades just to hold the attention of the CTs that are here. But it is a round with utility from Astralis. paiN should definitely expect that. And it looks like it actually won't be a set play. They are coming out of underpass incognito, no one at the top of mid. This is going to be a tricky round to read for Astralis, but down, you kind of feel it. Okay.
Yeah, that looked scary for a second. It looked like the CTs were pouncing at the right time, but they didn't have a lot of time because it was instant kills coming out from paiN in the other direction. You know, you're catching those players in mid-boost.
Yeah.
But quick to the trigger were paiN, and that's going to be the conversion. Good, they got through this time, and they did it without losing a single player. Well,
without it losing a single player.
Correct.
There we go.
Small sigh of relief here. Everybody getting in early on the action for paiN. And now you got pistols ahead of you for Astralis, so your map pick starting well. You know, you can lose Inferno because it's Astralis' map pick. Doesn't matter. Best of 3 series.
Yeah, that's the cool part about. I mean, this format is very pure in the sense of all best of 3s all the way through.
Yeah, because I mean, again, you know, PGL format. This is first PGL event of the year.
Yeah.
Woohoo! It's honestly, it's just the major format, but improved.
Yeah, it's
no
great.
BO1s, best of 3s only.
Yeah, only good stuff.
And I think we're seeing that, right? So it's been quite clean games thus far on the A stream at the very least. I don't know what Harry, Hugo, Dinko, and Moses are up to out there in the crazy world of the internet. But we've been sweeping through. And it looks like that sweep will continue here on the A site yet again. Cadian's MP9, nada. But the player on the garbage can gets another chance. Unfortunately, he was blinded in the process. David's going to keep it clean. And that's paiN 3-0.
Just David now.
Yeah, just David.
He's gone from Magisk boy to Magisk.
Yeah, well, you know, there's a couple things actually in the kill feed we might need to fine tune. NQZ is actually capitalized at the moment.
Oh,
It's
Connor
supposed
aids
to be
that.
lowercase.
Over at Blast, we have Flamesy with the capital F.
No, that's ESL that does that one.
Oh, it's ESL that does
Yeah,
that one.
so
Okay.
I'm just gonna, you know,
Gamers don't make it easy for
hate
us.
to be
with-
that guy.
just
Please don't
capitalize
fire
the
me,
first.
but it's small NQZ.
Plus,
Don't fire me.
that's your celebrity look-alike. So
That's true.
It has to be right.
Don't fire me.
Even if you don't like him, I'll stick around.
It's true. Launders would make a decent analyst.
Connor would make a good blind stage host.
Thank you. I think I could do it. Actually, Freya's my new duo, so make some room.
Freya
See if she can cast.
refuses to cast.
Refuses to cast, always.
She always takes a pick at the casting desk, never actually casts.
Kind of a fraud, if you ask me.
Coward.
Smoked off on the approach. Oh, they just want to get their teeth on this B site, and Astralis put a smoke down in front of it, so...
Info for Astralis on this full buy round. They are making their way over. So not as inconspicuous as paiN might assume they're being right now. Full A push, and there's the lurk in place for BTarena, which he's consistently lurking here on this map.
Cadian. Ooh, devilish, the drive-by. It goes both ways. Snow's burning, though, and Cadian was stuck then to the pistol. We go 2v2 at 15 seconds. Oh, and he waits. BTarena, that's dirty. He just waits him out and now stands in the middle of both. He's got 8 bullets in the magazine, 8 bullets for 2 kills, but he's done a wonderful job of repositioning around that smoke. They're going to have to plant. If he could stop the plant and then survive, that'd be one thing. But now it's pistol only. Use the smoke, get the reload, but they know where he's at. They try to track him down. Oh, he almost kills NQZ, but paiN come out on top of that.
Man, that's BTarena staying nice and patient, waiting for his opportunity. One CT rotator coming in the window, and that's all they need to make it a 2-on-1. And somehow they chew through 3 players in the B site.
Snow wrapping around the pillars with the MAC-10.
Yeah.
As
Very tricky.
Cadian thought he was the guy getting tricky with the SMG.
It's Big Zero with 6 frags, lurking on these rounds, being very impactful. What you want to see out of paiN?
What goes around comes around, Cadian. Flawless start so far. 4-0. And a single M4 out there on the field. Cadian gets it. Okay. Actually, a bit more bot behind this, right? A couple pistols, MP9 for Staehr. Wouldn't be the first force buy win of the series. Oh, not even a force. All right, keep it simple. Straight to the window peek. And I like the palace push, but Devadeus able to disengage fast enough.
It's an interesting moment here for Devadeus. He knows that they're very close to him. A lot of lurks in place right now. Sprays goes a little awry here. Big Zera. They're getting so much info, but at the cost of lives.
No, no, no. Snow tries to reopen the rotation. Bomb smoked off from the apartments. Has to disengage with this.
Now here's that play. Devadeus, he's coming up through Palace, and again, they were pushed super deep right there, so they might not be ready for this at all. Oh, Device, he should have been in range, right?
Yeah, he would have been. 100% he heard that drop. All the other CTs actually try to reapproach this. You've got a guy now inside of, not connector, but the stairs in Staehr. Molotov to his feet. Ooh, he's still a little too preoccupied. And now Down's going to switch over to that M4. Device does double back to get his. Waiting for the stairs peak, but still bested. 40 seconds to the clock. Device, oh, another headshot. And now Cowez with bomb on, misses the jump.
Aye. Either way, that would have been known.
Where does he go?
Upcat, it looks like, and Yabby? Well, there's a chance he turns back, but this is spotted. Well spotted by Device.
Cow is going to try to just turn it up. Device is the hero.
Wow, big time, man. That 5-7 kill, that was massive. And it looked a little strange because you definitely heard someone dropping out of Palace, but it didn't actually feel like it was calmed. There's 3 CTs in jungle.
True, right?
And then Staehr jumping across the stairs actually was not the right play. Because his teammates in jungle can't help him.
Nice 5-7 shots from Device, and then the cherry on top there with the hold on Cowez. 3 kills to Device. And that was the solo M4 solo MP9 half buy.
Yeah, that's right. Rug is going to get involved. He's looking skinny. I mean, he was never big.
Right. I don't know. Maybe he's got an
Danish people always getting in shape all the time.
Riding bicycles and whatnot. The hell's up with that?
What are they riding from?
Swedes. Trying to outrun those Swedes. Great way to kickstart this. If you are Astralis, and back to the mid play goes paiN. There's a response being set up very quickly here. Double catwalk, double connector setup. And paiN want out instantly. Devadeus, though, he's going to get cleared out from underpass, so they tried to disengage, but one half of that doesn't get a chance to. Oh,
what
down.
a spray.
Love that. Tracks Big Uzera on smoke, gets next contact, almost finding the kill towards top middle, but that rotation from Snow back to underpass clips his wings. It's 4v3. Astralis still, sitting around, but maybe a mistake made. Cowez, critical headshot at 15 health.
It was. But we see Device moving into this position just as they leave it. He's not going to see anybody towards B, and once again, rotations are good for Astralis, but you take fights like Staehr did in that moment. There's a way back into the round for paiN. And they got the timing to get in a window. Cadian, guard down. Doubled up inside con. They've got to be watching their flanks now. They know how much paiN love to get into window.
Oh,
no, just scope in, man.
Recoverable. Recoverable. Not so much. That's bomb down. And now Kawes, poor guy emerging. You know, he's the guy that reopened the round with the exit from top middle, but no bomb possession, no teammates, and he concedes.
I mean, really, like, you know, no scoping, there are very few situations where you actually have to no scope. Even if you don't aim with the scope, just clicking right click to scope in makes you perfectly accurate. And that's like one of the moments where you just gotta do it. Because you're dead otherwise, but you're not dead if you don't shoot. You know, they don't know you're there still. This round's all about Staehr, really. It's about totally stopping this A attack. Astralis looking alive. What is that?
It's a charm, man. Sometimes
Like a rooster?
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, it's not placed like that. It's just
It
up
flips
right
up
now.
like that sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, drive me nuts.
There we go.
Okay.
But it is one of those things. It's like if you place it there, that can happen. So don't put it there. You know?
But with a view model like that, you know he's up to no.
Oh, that's true, dude.
He probably likes this.
With a view
part.
model like that, I feel like he does it on. Yeah, exactly. He's done it on purpose. Come on, get it back up there. Double AK, one top middle, one bottom mid. Makes sense, doesn't it? Tech 9s to support each.
See if they try to get up into the window again.
It's an approach that makes sense, and then even more so when Astralis don't apply any pressure to it.
Yeah, this puts lots of stress on your jungle player. Oh, but that's perfect. What a tactic.
Perfect. And the jungle player can just lock in. Ooh, hold on. Tech 9 double tap from Snow. Lovely stuff. Quick burst towards this A site, but at 25 seconds, Staehr could get problematic. We've got Astralis trying to pinch in within Ticket and Staehr, but clean kill on Snow. Serves up a distraction. Kawes goes for the plant on the opposite side of Triple and gets away with it. Device isn't able to interrupt anything, can't snap up fast enough, but Biguzera still gets clipped from this attempt out from Staehr. Crazy he gets away with the second. Davideus kind of flushed back into this fight. Jungle player clears him with ease, and now it'll boil down to Kawes. Staehr has taken damage in the process, and he'll be cleared off top balcony, so Kawes into the 1v1's got a double back. Doesn't know if that bomb's being stuck. And Jabby with a kit is going to elicit the push, but Kawes delivers both with a 3K. It was 2 rifles on the round, and paiN still break through.
Yeah, that was a great adjustment, and Jabby's spray doesn't look very good right there. That's a nice round out of Staehr, at least for Astralis, even though they end up losing this round from Palace. It's the only reason they're able to have a chance. But overall here from paiN, and like the Molly threw in connector, they sectioned that fight out, helped out Jabby. But I think where the problems begin here, or this is the 19th time that paiN have tried to get into window, and they have successfully again. And if Astralis give up that much space, then it comes down to the jungle player. It's the only active player on the map. And then there's too much pressure on him because he has to watch connector and he has to watch window. Then he gets into that very annoying looking fight versus Snow with the Tech 9, but everything comes down to that.
Biguzera up catwalk already with bomb and a teammate behind him. Oh, Cadian waits an extra second, but lines up a frag and a reposition to bench. Oh, with Jabby with him.
Oh.
Jabby's push out from the market gets 2. Staehr stops the push out from connector, and it all falls to the op now. NQZ doesn't have bomb. It actually got cut off by Arch, and he is found out. Jabby saves the day.
Totally saved it. That was a wicked spray down that he got. The lineup on Cat. You want to get them while they're running up Cat, holding W, and also great shot from Cadian. Really was patient about that. Didn't go for the wall bang. Didn't get too worried about the Cat pressure. Had a nice Van Pillar smoke to stand over top of. And Staehr has definitely come alive. That was not an easy kill to get after he peeked off the stairs. Had to be a first bullet headshot. His first 3 kills in these last 2 rounds.
Stark contrast for the last few rounds. Not anybody spotted top mid. Need to soften them up with that triple smoke exec. They've given themselves a path to a bomb plant, but the bomb is a little bit late. NQZ only crossing now into the middle of sight, so that's 4 players, 4 paiN in this bomb site. You've put it down, but now what? Staehr behind Ticket. Oh, he was looking for a second, but Davideus lets his guard down. Oh, Staehr! That 3rd kill is clean! And with NQZ in sight, he still tries to hang on for dear life, but that triple, what was that?
Staehr started 0-6, I believe, on this game, and now he's got 6 kills, so his scoreline altogether doesn't look that impressive, but in these last few rounds, he has really warmed up. That was pretty miraculous. He was blind, he was getting pushed, and it's a good thing he was tucked deep enough there behind Ticket, because it could have found him immediately and gunned him down and maybe won the round with that 1 frag. But instead, they let him live a little too long. I don't know how he did this.
Oof. Ton of pressure, man, but he thrives in it. Double op setup again for Astralis, trying to tie this game at 5 each. And highly likely with just pistols out there on the field for the Brazilian camp. Okay, Staehr. Window climb up for 2 players. Stound's wary of it. But wasn't ready for the second. And so Davideus opens up the jungle plate, gets his hands onto an AK-47. Now they've got window control here for paiN. And that window control catches a market player off guard. Cadian just kind of walks back lackadaisically. And now the bomb disengages from top mid. That opens it up. Big Uzera can go apartments into the 2-player cat split, which is working. Woo. Davideus, 3 kills on the round from the Tech 9 into the double AK, completely vacant B bomb site. Just when you thought paiN were going to lose their lead, an unarmored Davideus goes from a Tech 9 to the triple kill.
Yeah, he just transformed into Weapon X here for paiN Gaming on this round with his entries. And Yabi looked like he set up a very nice peek, and with the way he's been shooting, you expected him to get the kill, but Davideus is even sharper. That one totally rocks the weakness of the B site. And you can see why paiN keep going back to the window, because it's working.
Yeah, 100%. In this case, it's not even one of those ones where it's like Connector's got the jungle player's attention split between 2 ways. That's just a very clean shot on the... Funnily enough, it's the same kind of window jiggle that Snow got over top of Staehr, what, 2 rounds earlier?
The Tech 9, yeah.
Staehr approaches, clears out close corner once the smoke fades, but still these... Nice kill. Oh, excuse me, from a Deagle to the AK double down.
And that had to be a missed shot, right? Skadian was on duty to watch that B play.
What's wild is like even that duel versus Jabby on bench, remember Davideus doesn't have armor. That's unarmored. Not 1 bullet hits him from Jabby. No aim punch, no issue.
Wow. Wow, that makes it even more impressive. So paiN looking to crush this half, but I mean, with this round maybe comes 2. Astralis in general have done a decent job of handling these situations. It's very hard to forecast the outcomes of these rounds. They're so scrappy. This and on Inferno. Again, until we got into the second half of Inferno, that's when we saw any sort of stability, I should say.
Clean one for Device, offered over. His counterpart NQZ now scoped up on Ticket, but also has to bring the bomb out. Ooh, Palace player gets clipped off. They're kind of feeding Device opportunities, and he takes both of them. Loses his rotate, but swap over to the Tech-9. Easy triple kill so far from Device. I mean, one-man army inside this A site. And now the support shows up. NQZ still just scouring over towards jungle, hoping somebody steps forth. But they've done a good job of going numbers strong over towards Ticket instead. Device with a quad kill in round 11. Just when it looked like paiN were starting to pull ahead. It is only a one-round difference going into round 12.
Yeah, that's clean, man. First kill, staying alive in CT spawn. Them just trying to dislodge him from that, but with the amount of time he burned off the clock, it didn't seem like they were getting really close to that goal. That's a Device we know. Heavy B lean here from both sides. They've been walking underpass quite often to get away with window. And finally, it looks like Astralis are playing deep off Cat. Those rugs are not for sale.
Another climb up, huh? Window has been problematic for Astralis, to say the least.
Oh, this one won't even be called. Is Jabby still playing this deep angle?
No way.
Wow, he's totally going to get away with this. This is just a B-split waiting to happen. BTarena is foaming at the mouth right now. paiN is on a timer, and he can milk this because he's here so early.
paiN gets executed. That's going to activate that straight up apartments push. Can Device really go above and beyond? That's the bomb drop. Slowed down for now. Can't track the player who's managed to jump out and hit that ground.
And Molly's not deep, but he'll reroute.
Ooh, giving up Market, though. BTarena peels back. And Device is going to move the op over towards Market as well. So they're going to go 3 players strong through Market and 1 apartments. Honestly, slowing it down, not half bad. And all of the presence that was shown towards Catwalk, you can see how it draws paiN's attention still to that part of this retake, but nobody's there. We'll see if the numbers in Market end up helping. Stound's going to be super slow to this apartments flank, and he gets found out. Looks like paiN are not going to let you back in for free. Jabby, 1 frag, and Device swaps over to the AK. 3 strong in this post plant. They're going to solidify it. 2 rounds sprinkled in at the tail end of this T side. The 4-0 start to the 7-5 T half. Not bad here for paiN.
Yeah, quite solid overall, man. I mean, again, if we want to credit Astralis' game plan on the T side of Inferno, there's a lot of stuff that you'd feel like by the end of the half you could see coming if you were paiN, but they couldn't stop it, and it feels like that was a bit of the same here for paiN. Getting into window over and over again. Astralis finally kind of cluing into the end by playing Jabby pushed up on Cat, but then they still missed it. They still had no idea and couldn't see BTarena through that smoke getting into the window.
Definitely a part of the Astralis approach that got exploited throughout that half. 4-0 start. 7-5 finish for paiN.
There's a number of ways that they could have stopped this by pushing B apps, by starting underpass to get the kills there, or just trade down more mid control. But instead, Astralis were relatively passive, leaned on sites, doubled up in connector sometimes, but they really had a problem they didn't want to deal with early. And in the end, even information wasn't on their side.
Fast tempo this time around. Astralis already knocking on connector's door. That is insane, paiN. Jumps off of the railing into the window with the kill. Now trying to split out into the A site. We've got 2 pairs of Berettas out here. But the bomb is now dropped out in the open A site, so the 2 players from Astralis are going to try to go jumping into ramp. Yeah, right.
Crushed.
Jabby gets sat down, and it's man advantage now for paiN off of that with the last 2 Astralis players spotted. Bomb still down by bench. Minute 10, and NQZ comes all the way back from ramp to instead play towards Tetris. Now paiN can just chill for a second. There's that looming threat of a potential ticket wrap.
Yeah, you want to milk this one. 2v3. The CTs are a little bit wondering what's going on. Even though the bomb is in their possession, it's only sort of. They don't have info on both just yet. Now they do.
Devadeus able to turn back. He will get killed by Staehr. 35 seconds to piece together what's left of the 1v3. Player on triple just toying with him, and at the same time, NQZ's not giving him anything to work with. Just holding off on that bomb control. Oh, Staehr! Oh, he's walked out. Clears NQZ. Oh,
he did it.
Clutches up, finishes the 1v3 with ease.
Wow, that's a cherry on top of that. First half comeback out of Staehr again, starting 0-6. And now the multis and the clutches are coming through. And this is a terrible position for paiN. That one will sting. He wouldn't have had too many opportunities to get that first frag on Tetris. Yeah, just had to be that first opportunity. Otherwise, this would have just become a nightmare. Now it'll have to be the force-up victory here for paiN.
Got the FAMAS on default. We got that scout floating out towards window at the moment, but paiN looking to carve some control here with mid-play. Ooh, saw that. He saw Staehr wiggling around in the apartments, and the bomb's not far behind him.
It's the kind of round where you're worried about everything, though, if you're Astralis, so it'll be hard for them to get too much out of this.
Ooh, this is big.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this is just the move that they need. And BTarena, will he shoot?
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy. Oh, okay, that's great.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
great.
Honestly, 2 was kind of hard, so that was pretty impressive.
You take the double.
That was the perspective of the guys laying on the floor right there.
Yeah.
Easy stuff.
Lets the first go, waits for the second, but once the second comes with a third, and then that third guy's got a fourth.
That's when the math becomes too hard. You just gotta close your eyes.
Just start clicking. So good on him to get that second headshot. Is it all for nothing? Because bomb has managed to creep its way up catwalk. cadiaN is taking the bomb alone forward right now.
Yeah, he's extremely far forward. And did Devadeus see him?
I don't think so.
Now they need to pause on B, right? Because the CTs are going to start making moves.
Well, they exchange glances, and that's the bomb spotted out. So you've seen the bomb over on B right now if you're paiN, and Snow just won that fight up in Palace. Cowez isn't going to rush this. And by not rushing, it allows the bomb to go down. So it is 3v2. You've got Jabby locked into Arch. You've got cadiaN over on bench. Cowez is unknown, gets spotted, and now that he has to start firing off, it's going to fall on the shoulders of Jabby, who is silently snuck in behind Van, but gets found by Snow. And so the force buy works. The force buy works after the beautiful 2 kills from BTarena. How many of those moments where he even fumbles getting one?
Yeah.
But just railing that second headshot as he gets taken down by Man 3. Beautiful play by BTarena to lock in top middle and to take that momentum right back out of the hands of Astralis.
You'd almost wish to have a 5-7 in that spot, so it definitely can be a very nervous moment here, but holds it down and knows that he's just going to start spamming the deagle after the first kill, and it's enough to get the second headshot. Snow also surviving in this spot is huge because he comes in for the closing kill. paiN retain that lead.
Snow hears all this. Yeah, they're going to skip his corner so easy. Kind of comparable to BTarena, just a player slipping into a corner 5 seconds before. Not even 5 in this case. And that's going to cost them dearly. Triple kill from Snow on ramp, cleaning up versus this force buy attempt of Astralis. So 9-6 queued up.
Yeah, cadiaN had a kill, so they know he's around here. But still, too clean with the aim.
Bomb down on a ramp. He's going to take this cat. He heard that.
Yeah, but now he has to be heard himself. Now he's got NQZ looking around.
But he only dropped once.
Ooh. Wow, very good aim here, cadiaN. I've seen him clutch on this map before.
Oh, so have I. The impossible always feels winnable when Cadian's out here on the field in a play like this. Down to 30 seconds. That's smoke, though. You'd think that's smoke. That's just going to make his stomach sink. Tries to spam off. I mean, there's no element of surprise at this point. There's no timing. He's just got to get one more kill through spam. Eesh, and he can't reach out for it. So, well done.
Yeah, he did have... I think he did have a few extra seconds to actually wait for that smoke to come up.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
But starts to get a little antsy. Just being smoked off causes him to panic slightly.
I guess trying to go in early, if the smoke is about to come up, you want to go in before they refresh it. So when their nades out, usually right in the middle of that. And yeah, you got to do something crazy to win a round in that fashion. So a nice try there from Cadian, and the economic damage will be felt if Astralis somehow crawl back into this game. But for now, paiN will be happy with the win.
Not going to be timid in this one. You have earned an advantage, and you damn well know it. Desperate little bomb plant attempt here at the B site. Everybody comes sprinting at Cowes, and they get quickly swept away. 10-6, everybody standing. Great money at this point for paiN Gaming. And we're going to have to see a breakthrough moment for Astralis on this T side, because it didn't come from converting pistol. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm very curious about, like, stylistically what they're going to do here. T side Mirage. And we saw so many set plays on Inferno, and that was a surprise for us who haven't caught some of the recent Astralis matches. But you can already feel this one's a little bit more defaulty, though. However, this one might be fast to connector. Running up Cat now to look for their first kill. And did they not see this? Oh.
Over the top of that smoke, dude. Easy pickup on Cadian, because he gets softened up by Davideus. And then Snow's going to find himself into the kill feed as well. Stown tries valiantly to get out from Palace. And Device, 1v3 clutch for him. Ooh, he tries. He damn well tries, but the trade frag's too strong.
There we go. And
now we're starting to get a bit of a rowdier paiN. Finally, after that beating back on Inferno.
There he is.
They're starting to turn up the heat a little bit here. CT side looking very solid as they lead by 5.
It's the sign of the best position that paiN have been in. They're looking alive. They're smiling. Really absorbing the moment. Now, this push out of connector initially looked like it was going to be a bad idea. They got very far up Cat. Astralis were ready to try to attack connector from 2 different heights there at the bottom of mid, as well as on Cat itself. But I think the counter utility was great from paiN. Slowed him down a ton.
And a little challenge over top of the window smoke as well.
Oh, look at this money, man. Whew. Looks like they're going to invest a little bit.
First it was Stown going all in, but now it's Jabby.
Yeah, I'm like, does Jabby really need a Mac 10?
He just sold it. He sold it.
Yeah, because, like, how much does that improve your rounds, you know, compared to
utility instead,
keeping your money even?
So what's the strat here to keep paiN off of 12? Full-blown execute into the A site. No contact just yet as CTs keep their heads down. A little bit awkward there on the staircase. Snow, though, just plays it to perfection. Lets them out, raises the alarms, and still it's a total cleanup. But they also find their way into B, right? That rush, all that execute, it's all to get Cadian space extended out onto this B site. And look, he's about to blindside NQZ in a moment.
Yeah, let's see if he takes this push properly. Okay, and
reaches for the op.
Upgrade is a bit too greedy there for Cadian. Can't get that one. But to make it a 2-on-5, surely you needed it.
Yeah, definitely had to have gone a little further. So high risk to reach for it, high reward not established. And that is paiN to clean up the B site. 12-6, 6 map points to extend play to Nuke.
You could argue they needed that plant, so at least it's something that they got it. But this is a much better, already a much better series than the last time. Failed to get over double digits.
Yes, sir.
Versus Astralis 2 maps in a row.
That was obviously Dust 2 instead of Mirage. So a little swap up in the maps. And we've got paiN on the brink of a map win. Hello, though. Again, extra money bodes well when you get that op in play for device. Would have been nice for Astralis if the op could survive a bit, but it's a good trade frag back from the BTarena cat hold. Grenades coming out of the apartments. You've got 3 players for paiN leaning on B at the moment. But it's not like Astralis can really take anything else just yet. Still just stuck top mid for the time being.
Yeah, look like they're just trying to drain utility and using their own. But in response, I think they do get a lot more out of the CTs. And they need to even that up because paiN are coming into this round fully stocked. Still really early on into what could be a comeback. So unless Astralis start winning rounds dominantly, it's going to be hard to believe in them. Let's see if they can make this look convincing or if this is just simply going to be the last round of the game.
Try to create some uncertainty here, but BTarena actually peels away. Could have kept eyes on Connector, but instead just lets them have that walk up. Now suddenly Davideus is in a tougher spot, but he got the jungle contact. He saw that jungle push coming.
Ooh.
Snow is given the red flag, and BTarena going to clean up on mid. As clean as you could ask. paiN, the force buy after losing second pistol into a flawless 6-round CT side. This series going to Nuke.
Series is certainly going to Nuke, and there is absolutely nothing. And I mean,
Mirage and broken that curse of 3 maps in a row they lost to Astralis. I think now they can look to actually being able to pick up the series, which would be more than impressive. Astralis have always struggled on map pool for a long while, like since their really the founding lineups, so to speak. It's very common. It has been very common for them for years now to just really drop their opponent's map pick, crush on theirs. It's actually quite a common story. So Astralis, well, they're the slight odds favorite in this game, but there's no telling based on the 2 maps we've just seen how good they're going to play.
Like you said, pressure on BTarena when it comes to outer. Fight comes to him in the pistol. He finds no success. And already we got a player knocking on the door of hell. Staehr trying to climb up.
Doink.
Actually redirects. Ooh, curious little spot here because we've got some secret control, and now we've got Astralis coming back at main.
They got their claws in, right?
Yeah.
Every single choke point.
There's a lot of defenders here too. That's the odd part, right? You've got still a double up inside of Hut, and Kawez is going to catch Staehr. So running around, just sprinting the whole way. That's to make them not think that there's a second player Hut.
Yeah, that's
and they
good.
fall for it. But there's so many players inside of that bomb site, layers upon layers, like a millefeuille. And just
a what,
like
sorry?
That, a millefeuille.
Is that a dessert?
It's 1,000 layers. Yeah, it's a pastry. Millefeuille. And then they win the pistol.
Yeah, that's a solid pistol round here. They get into every choke point really quickly. It ends up being a mini split. And as you mentioned, even though there are so many CTs here and a nice little bait as they run one player out through the back of Hut, that there's just so many outs for them. They have everything covered, including Heaven. Very hard to stop that problem unless you're BTarena and you clip them as they're jumping on top of Mini, trying to wrap outside in the first place. And that's why so much pressure is on him. Fast and aggressive, that's what it's looking like for Astralis here on T side.
Yeah, Rapido Presto here in round 2 as well. Already got Staehr down into secret. Ooh, Kawez, what you got? 1 dig already. Second one could be had, but doesn't want to be too predictable. So tries to come at that from a slightly different angle for a moment.
They're committing though. They've got Staehr downstairs.
And he's still floating around, man. Chances for Kawez, but other than the first, he's not going to quite find the mark. NQZ leans back in hell, gives over a little more space to ramp. We do still have bodies mostly all downstairs for paiN, so losing hell here would be quite disastrous for the A site, and the way Staehr's coming back from secret starts to lead me to believe that it is going to be an Astralis redirection.
Yeah, they did pull those rotations downwards, so...
Stop that bomb, though. And you could be having a little more fun. 3 players in hell to swarm NQZ. He just tries to buy a bit of time, knows he's doomed in all of that. Davideus able to get back around towards ramp, doesn't see it coming his way.
That's their final resting places on the lower side. So Astralis got what they were looking for. They took their time here, cleared out everything. Love the approaches, both on the pistol and on this anti-eco. Devadeus comes away with a small upgrade, and Big Uzera right through the nose. Down goes Device.
Can't get away with the fruits of the labor. And so this one is still going to come with a cost. Careful, careful, careful now. That bomb is planted on the short side of Silo, I believe. There's a kit on Snow. My God, there is a kit on Snow, but that's fine because Cadian's going to watch this because Cadian is not a fool. And it's all good.
Yeah.
It gets scary there with the kit in play.
Yeah.
But ultimately, good conversion. Although, I will say, costly. You know, that ends up being way costlier than it looked like for a moment. We were 4 players up in a post plant with all the players down on B. Like, that's a surefire, what, 3 players surviving? But no, just Cadian's AK moves forth.
Yeah, until they Big Uzera had the 5-7 kill up into heaven. Everything was fine. The hard part was done. They got the rotations downstairs. They got the easy kill to wrap up into heaven in the first place. But still, I like the way the calling is looking for Astralis here on this decider. Oh, the Staehr gets clipped off.
It's not the end of the world. There we go. That's better. Staehr's going to line up 2 through the spray. Snow puts pause on the 5-7. And with the buy that Astralis have over top of the one of paiN, there's no way they lose this round. So already on the recovery here. NQZ could get lucky, swoop in with the USP and find 1, but it looks like Astralis, like the round prior, you know, the moment they kind of hit a singular hiccup, whether that's the Deeg from Kawez on ramp, or in this case, the 5-7 frag, just hold for a second. Pump the brakes.
Yeah, every time you get a kill in a position like this, you just add 15, 20 seconds. Make sure nothing else goes wrong, and they got to make up some economy from the last round, so.
And then slowly but surely, they all trickle into your bomb site, and as alluded to, that USP just betrays NQZ. 3-0 start for the Danes on the T side.
So it's not a perfect start, but it is from the perspective of being able to recover, having a nice, nicely called pistol round and anti-eco. The kills are still there for paiN, but with this last round, Astralis have secured at least 1 more buy-up as NQZ gets onto the op early.
Cadian, love the timing here. Cadian versus Big Uzera could be fun. Oh, he doesn't get the kill.
That's
wow, dude, Big Uzera disengaging like that.
Yeah, that's a pretty big opportunity for Cadian.
Ahead of the flash. Kawez flashbang goes past him, and he will double down, but Device right there to deal with NQZ. And so it's a quick storm down to the B site, seemingly. There have been some tricks offered by Astralis in these mid-rounds, but this time there is no extra layer of illusion. It's a straight-up bomb plant from Device. There was a player on the double door, so they could be cautious to come and clear it, but all corners clear. And that's going to let the Danes lean back here.
When they get to better spots, Device safely escorted up into control side. Big Uzera coming in late to this. And paiN thinking about walking away? No, right?
Oh, Snow's walking towards it. Some of the others look like they're leaving. Cadian's hanging out on the ladder. He'll be rewarded for it. That's Big Uzera dead. And
that's being, you know, between 2 plays. Could have saved and got away with 3.
Right.
Now they could have simply tried to go for it.
They could still lose more here. Nothing's guaranteed. Yeah, bomb kills off David. And Astralis go 4-0.
Another strong round, man. I do like Kawez as a ramp player overall, and that 2K sort of shows off what he can do. But that's pretty much the only way they stopped that round from happening. Astralis were so good at transposing into lower, and there was a moment where Device is between the site, control door, and then getting out to control side fully, and paiN were just not quick enough to get there in time. Nuke can be a very damned if you do, damned if you don't type of map where, you know, you need to rotate lower, but only if the attack is coming lower. It can be so punishing if a team tricks you, and Astralis have been able to do that a few rounds now.
Can never trust a Danish player on Nuke, Mohan.
Because they're just so much better than you would assume.
It's something, it's in their blood.
It is, yeah.
And right now, Astralis is showing us that. And varied approaches so far throughout the T side. Here we get a different one with multiple bodies going for that secret stairs. Also, no interruption, right? They hit him on a round where there's not enough nades to pop open smokes.
Yeah, it is a round where, you know, look at the economy here for paiN. So it's just a great call, I think, for Astralis to take advantage of outside when there's no, or very few long-range weapons, so to speak. If paiN want to stay curdled up inside the upper site and Astralis don't see anything, I think it's going to be hard to convince him to come up here, but it's a 2-3 split. The only thing that ruins this round for Astralis is taking too much time.
Down to 45 seconds, going for that volley of util lower. Thinking about sizing up this A side as well as Staehr, but he's got to be careful about it.
Yeah, they are like confusing themselves. Oh.
He sees the barrel. NQZ happy about that one.
They are confusing themselves.
And they just start to crank the dial downstairs instead. Avoiding double, of course, just actually avoids the defense. That's all that paiN had downstairs was the double up on double doors. Cowez, what? MP9 double kill. Both headshots in sight. Staehr taps once. BTarena goes for the peek. There's a follow-up, and that follow-up's going to clear the lower sight. paiN Gaming find their first in the 5th. And that is just a nice, patient, waiting game downstairs.
Yeah, and they can do this round with just decon, but of course not if Cowez is going to get a 2K with the MP9 in that fashion. But this is a round where they, you know, Staehr trickling into upstairs as they're kind of going lower. It's not like Inferno in the way that you can scout with one player and then commit to the other site, and because the rotations are too quick to go downstairs, that kill becomes risky. I think Astralis, well, paiN's idea to kind of keep them blind that whole time works out beautifully.
Fast play though. Into the M4 they'll go, and overwhelming Cowez with no close enough support from the Opper. How many players get scrambled lower now? We get the double down through the vent. Still leaving that op in hell, and somebody pushing for a bit of lobby control. Now it looks like that third set of feet to join downstairs, maybe? Astralis with the commitment out from ramp. Still a bit stalled out from the A site, and Device just hits a zinger of a headshot on BTarena backside.
Now they can kind of safely plant.
In a moment.
In a moment, yeah.
As that frag grenade opens up smoke, and, well, back here in the corner of the site, all is good. Because Snow joined up on double side, well, that left Staehr uncontested as he punches in the digits, and we have bombed down. Staehr actually clearing out Snow towards single, so now suddenly it looks like this is going to be Astralis right back to winning ways. NQZ just wants to leave with that op. It's no guarantee. He was going to start running for the hills.
Did they plant without having someone inside single?
Correct.
Wow, okay. So they ran a small risk there, but maybe they knew about who was in vents.
Yeah, I think it was accounted for. I think vents going stairs was heard. You knew NQZ was still upstairs
like
as well.
Control stairs?
Yeah.
Terrorists win.
Either that or Staehr just doesn't give a damn.
Doesn't give a damn.
Don't give no damn, sir. I'm gonna plant this bomb. And he's right in doing so.
Putting lots of pressure on Cowez. Cowez's output's been consistently good overall, but here, even through his own smoke, he only gets a kill and a half. Oh, wow, what a shot, too. That changes the round.
Hello, Device?
Entirely.
Explain yourself. You rapscallion. Fast one, fast one. Cadian's going A. Ooh, the flashes find the guy back box, but David Deus regains vision. And then it's just Cadian dead. So into the ramp, they'll try to run. NQZ ready. Kawez, good change up in the position here. Stown finally getting some kind of an answer back for Astralis. And they will indeed find a second in the ramp room. But this 2v5 still long from being finished off.
For now, it's just a damage-making position. Staehr on this op, and paiN, you know, half concerned about what could go wrong. But as he goes up into heaven, Snow looks to join him here. Staehr has his guard down for the moment, so Snow should be able to clean this up.
Nicely
well done.
Smooth and easy from the young gun. And we go 4 rounds back and forth, non-consecutive between the teams.
It's nice to see someone actually helping Kawez finally.
Sure.
Over by ramp and kick it off early, because Astralis have been non-stop going there.
Yeah, NQZ's been floating nearby, but always kind of like just that like 5 feet,
Yeah.
5 feet far away.
Yeah, that's the key thing about rotations. It's like you can know where to go and generally make your move over, but the timings are tight at this level. Like if you're not at Turnpike when they're throwing their molly, because they can't throw that unless they expose themselves, you could get an op shot if you're there on time. But that relies on Big Uzera's information, on NQZ's intuition, on Kawez's comms.
Pistol in the lobby, and Snow's gonna best it. What are you boys up to? Staehr and Oh!
That's more than a great shot, my goodness.
Owned. That looked like a flick, too.
Yeah.
There was some kind of reaction demanded of Staehr right there. Let's cue that one up, shall we? 4v4 off the back of it, and I think he wants a little more than just one. Clean lineup for Snow here. All 3 kills so far with his name on them. And confirming Staehr's trying to split into this A site. Full house on the defensive A-hold. paiN Gaming stabilizing now. Winning 3 of the last 4 rounds, 2 consecutive at this point, making cash. I see money in the banks, and still some good amount of runway here to take a lead even on the CT side of Nuke.
I can see why they keep trying to go downstairs. Don't want to be fighting Snow and Davideus in this form. This is such a calm 5 kills from them. Look at this lineup out of Snow. And finally some more moments from Davideus as well.
Now Glock's up. Deagle at the front. Staehr trying to tap into what he just did. The only problem is, well, yeah, they're ready for you this time around. Leaning back here, paiN dealing with a little bit of outer pressure. Good chance for Big Uzera to just rack up some easy ones. And we're starting to see paiN get a little more comfortable knowing the advantage they hold in round 9. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Big Uzera can offer every once in a while. So very quickly, that lead closes in. A single round between them.
Oh, they're having so much fun all of a sudden, making the comeback happen in the first half. I think this is feeling desperate for a moment, but this is one of their big rivals at the moment. They have to take their losses in stride and be grateful for their wins. This half is still not done, and paiN can see themselves now winning 7 if they're careful. They've dealt with the ramp problem a little bit more, getting more action outside as well. And, well, don't get me started on an upper. That looks ironclad.
From 3 players surviving to 4 players surviving to everyone surviving in that last one as well. This is just a very natural progression in paiN's ramp up to close the CT half strong. Does a lot of good for the money. 3 rounds left here in the first half.
Now, what you want to see from paiN on this round is more pressure on the cross when they see these smokes coming through. But at the same time, you see that there's a trophy push coming out. So maybe Big Uzera doesn't want to overplay his hand. Just here to catch lurks. Yeah, they have all of lobby. Oh, running a little bit early. Jabby's still sitting here in Squeaky, it looks like.
He's nervous about his flank, checking it intermittently.
but they didn't actually clear Squeaky.
Ooh. Crossfire lower, burned back on one side. Davideus can't hold on to his half of the bargain. And now all of a sudden, Astralis is starting to size up this lower site, and we've seen this happen before. Again, you control double side, but hang on. They're going back. And outside, we've got BTarena leaning towards CT spawn. He'll be able to spot main. Hell, good headshot even onto Staehr. Lobby fight now starts to unravel. And that's a weird one, because Snow could try to double back to site to hold off the main play. Cadian kills Cowes. Elsewhere, BTarena got all 3 kills outside main. Now, he will still fall to the hands of Jabby, his first in the round, but this is a 1v3 called forth and needed by Jabby, or Astralis lose this lead. Triple kill from BTarena's massive, and Jabby's thinking that Snow has maybe gotten back into sight. Little does he realize it's a fallback around the lobby. Now, he has figured that out, and so Jabby puts himself in a good place to maybe close out this round. A little tease towards the peak on Hut. Nades at his feet. He extends, and he's got to find a way to peel one off, but won't. And BTarena, all 3 kills from CT into main.
He's supposed to be the trap wire, the early warning as they get into mini and go past him. Instead, his first kill ends up being a headshot off the spray, and the second 2, well, it's like sunk cost. They just want to deal with him now instead of just going by, because they feel like he'd be an easy person to take out. Well, no, that's not what happened at all. He dealt with this all by himself. That was actually nasty.
Tough pill to swallow there if you are Astralis. You have lost the momentum of the game. 4 straight from paiN. Money flowing. And limitations in the next if you can't peel this off. Now, NQZ, love that for paiN. Easy opening op frag out of Garage, but fast pressure from Cadian. Jabby's found the 1, but Davideus good to come out from main. Fast response from BTarena. And that is simply the A defense doing what it does. We saw it tested, we saw it hold strong, and it's going to do it again in round 11 to take the lead on map 3.
Passing with flying colors, and you see how fast BTarena is up there in heaven after he dealt with outside in this previous round. Right in the read when it comes to Astralis' next play. Perfect in time to take out him out coming out of Hut after Snow goes down, because he has been obviously an important piece to this puzzle. But Davideus continues to persist. And paiN now in the lead, seeing a lot more success. Didn't think we'd see that this half. They've just adapted so quickly.
Boy, jumping. Gives BTarena all he needs to track you for a little more damage.
How is it Astralis don't have a single player over 10 kills in this game?
I don't know.
Well, I guess it's because they did win rounds so cleanly getting downstairs. There were quite a few saves involved. Yeah, but they got this lead now. No one on the team is positive, and BTarena is getting powered up. Oh, MOUZ even helping him out.
Nice cover from the Opera at a distance. So it felt like, again, just a posturing turns into a 5v3 advantage for paiN, and they could be sweeping away this half. This would be 6 rounds straight after a solid start from Astralis, and still a CT side to go, of course, but a whooping to turn this game around. Right now, lower bomb site's going to be banking on Davideus over towards the single door. We get a player coming down vent to try and come and help him soon enough. That's BTarena to add numbers to the forces. And then what looks like pretty quick ramp reaction. Both players take a fight through the doorway. It costs them 1.
Oh, Nate is beautiful.
Nate goes a little far. Cadian still softened up. Bomb plant happens, and both players get off of the site with the clear of single. Now, again, the pressure's on fast. Double doors closed. Cadian into control. Tries to find an angle into sight as Cowes just duels with him. But eventually, those doors are going to have to come swinging open. The smoke has a bad bounce. No way. Snow spams the door, takes both down, and with that, 7-5.
Wow. You got to be hyped if you're paying after that half. Ooh, and you got to be worried if you're Astralis.
What is that door spam?
That's awesome. That's what that was. It's well done from Snow. His best map so far. Davideus, we're saying his name more consistently. And make no mistake, there were some good rounds here from Astralis at the beginning of this half. It took a lot of answers for paiN to figure that out. But once they did, they never let go of the gas pedal. They put it down, went full speed, didn't lose a round after trading in the very beginning of this comeback. And they solved ramp. They helped Kawaz, who was already playing well, but helped him out. They had better rotations. That Big Zero started turning up outside, which was a win condition for paiN. So they've got a lot to be proud of.
Oh, wow, the struggles of Astralis also started to emerge there. You know, some I don't even want to call them weird calls, but just, it's almost unfortunate. Like that triple kill outside of main. You know, first player back turn, Big Uzera finding him is one thing, but...
That was just getting owned, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, if they went upstairs, there's two players there, but there was also Big Uzera outside.
And that's awesome, because it was, honestly, it was a sad feeling having to start the conversation on Mirage after the Inferno loss of, like, the absence of Big Uzera lately, you know, statistical drop-off from year to year, and, you know, I believe it was Blair who on the desk said, like, you know, I think it's a sample size thing, and we'll give him a little more time. Well, this one's looking better. Still, only 10 and 9, but in terms of the impact felt with those 10 frags.
Yeah, and it was a lot of early rounds with no impact.
Yes.
Too. A lot of rounds in a row with impact.
Everybody with a solid recovery within that one. So a pistol round here for paiN. Ooh, boy, would that bode well. But quickly down into the double doorway, Device peeling off of the fight has given them the space to put that bomb down. Snow would have his hands busy if they attack him single. We'll see how much he sticks around for. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just going to bait them into it, shut the door in their faces. And now with majority for Astralis attempting to come out from Heisenberg, well, they actually decide to double back. Going to leave one player single, 3 towards control. Closing the door for the sightline sight, but that's just going to lock Kawaz into the gunfight. 3 sets of eyes here to just control the stairway, and it's looking real good. Top silo hold deals with single, and Cadian never even gets into the action. Everything falls around them, and that streak of wins from the CT half continues into pistol.
There have been some good pistol calls both ways on this map. We had one great call from Astralis, and paiN's have been a lot more simplistic, but just as ferocious. And here they full commit downstairs. The plant might be good enough for them to feel okay about the starts of this half, but they get the win with it. That retake looks very difficult to try to win with the utility that they had. And now Astralis with a 3-round gap go instantly into the bye. We're talking about an MP9 on Caden, MP9 on Staehr, and a scout once again on Device.
paiN have gotten 11 opening kills of the 13 rounds we've played. A trend that bodes well is now they're just racking up the round wins alongside those first frags, and this one no different. Cadian kind of jumps into the lion's den. But it's not paiN pulling the trigger or getting too overexcited. I like this. Staehr's ahead of the Molotov.
Yeah, it's just a bad molly because it should give them what they're looking for. Kawaz comes back to watch it. Luckily, they keep that loose end tied up.
Going to approach ramp, and they're going to find it clear for the taking. Again, it's a round where Astralis are working with limited, but nobody around.
Only Yabby downstairs.
Yeah, and unfortunately he's inside of the vent, so no eyes on sight. He stomps his way over to single, as does this MP9, rotating around in full force. Nice deagle shot, gotta say. Jabby brings it back, but at what cost? You've already lost your teammate. You were unable to contend with the bomb site because you had to go back to deal with Snow. And so this one turns into the 9-5 lead for paiN. Converting pistol, but allowing Astralis to get away with a couple tools for the next round.
For sure. These are small victories here for Astralis. It's just this gap that you wonder if they can recover from. But we really haven't seen the real rounds yet here in the second half. There are some very handsome-looking score lines here for paiN in terms of, Cowes. So much action in the first half. Definitely died a couple times, but not without kills. 12 and 8. You have Snow fragging, Davideus, BTarena fragging. Like, NQZ he's the opera of the team, but he's not, he's not that star.
Right. And on this map,
Snow could also op, which I'm not sure if he did at one point, but he did back in WePlay.
I feel like,
yeah.
I feel like I remember a Snow sniper too. I feel like with this map specifically as well, right? It's kind of like BTarena first contact outer, Cowes first contact ramp, Davideus floating in main. NQZ's filling holes, and to be honest, nobody has faltered in their initial positions. See if he gets a round at least to shine, but right now, screw it. Your teammates are doing the heavy lifting. They're on the brink of double digits, and it is still not real full buys for Astralis just yet. Ooh, and you've let Snow creep his way down secret.
We saw Astralis maybe overcook a situation or two, similar to this position. When Staehr leaked into upper, when the CTs sort of kept their lips sealed about exactly what they were trying to do.
It's a scout for Device. Opshot would have gotten a kill just now, but that'll turn BTarena back towards lobby, where he's got plenty of teammates to work with, and they're unraveling that forward hut setup.
Yeah, they can assist Snow getting into mini. This is the key point. Oh, they're actually going to drop.
Cowes dropping down. Oh, clean one from Katie, and my God. MP9 insta headshot, doubling down now on paiN. Jabby activates from behind box. BTarena's got his hands full, he knows it. We've got a solo bomb planter downstairs. BTarena, clean control of the AK. Bails him out of a tough spot, but that tough spot's not done just yet. Chance to shine again for the newest member of paiN, for the top performing player of paiN on Nuke. And as he locks into the corner, he hears this approach from Device. This control peek, gonna be read like a book, but where's the second?
Oh!
Right above! Sends him packing with the back-to-back headshots. 10-5 paiN.
Oh, that was a big risk from Davideus, but that's the risk that you need to take to win in that spot. They assume because the bomb's planted backside, he could have snuck back out to decon. The smoke was still fresh, and he played Astralis in the Astralis plant zone just to be able to get a chance on that first kill. The second one's just a fantastic adjustment. It's down from above. It's not able to do anything. And it's such a massive win here for paiN. And now we've got Sound sipping the water because they have to not only come up with a great game plan, outfrag paiN, make this comeback happen, but hope that situations like that are able to be closed, because that was a massive opportunity. Man, Astralis, you lose this round. Damn near call it a day. It's all your money gone. Might be a last chance to get an op in play.
Sad because it's maybe their last, but it's also their first. Let's see if Device can turn it around with the first op of the CT side. First time they've also had enough utility to try to disrupt this outer wall, but guess what? Oh, Snow tries to sneak through it.
6 angles.
Yeah, Snow thinks he's getting tricky. Instead, opening kill for Astralis, but I brought up that stat before. There's been a lot of opening kills Astralis that don't get added to the scoreboard. Can't afford at this scoreline to allow that to happen again. Staehr trying to hang on to Vision of Hut, but he also heard those footsteps back squeaky. You see him frantically call that. Whew, dangerous game to be crossing the crosshair of Davideus. And he's going to start dumping some util into this A site Flashbang finds its target. Staehr recovers. And he's going to lock in the double kill. But NQZ just got the frag on Vent.
He did.
Cadian was down there at the bottom of the steps. And Device is locked in backside to make sure that things don't go too south. First gun round for Astralis. First CT round win.
Yeah, it's a nice start. It's a drop in the bucket for now, but it's a round where like they were pretty shrewd. They didn't get tricked. They stayed on their positions. Staehr fought hard to stay on top of the hut for as long as possible, disrespecting the molly, dropping down eventually, only to turn it into 2 kills. And paiN always threatening these vent drops. Oh, he gets stopped a little bit. Surely. Yeah, that's not going to work. Close enough.
Nice try, buddy.
He was
I don't think so. A Glock, though. Why not?
Yeah.
Jabby there to clean it up.
Staun's not been playing too well, man. Aim's not been there.
Yeah, tough one, eh?
Yeah.
And coming into this map as well, it's like, it's not just this map, but the series. He's the lowest rated Astralis player.
Right.
He's coming into map 3, 17 and 27.
Wow. That score looks great backwards.
Yeah, that's tough. So, still a little room to turn it around, but certainly not ideal. What you got to show us here, Device? Nice. Yes. Excellent.
Move.
Love that. Silent footwork. Oh, yeah.
Where is he?
But then Snow walks right into that scope.
Snow's having some trouble with this outside lurking thing.
Yeah, it's not as easy when you got a guy like Device just pinned on top of you.
I would really be just letting BTarena do that. You know, you really put an experienced dart rifler in a spot like that, and Nico, Rain.
Going for the HUD aggression. Cow is gifted a kill, but there's Jabby right there who's meant to trade this. Ooh, and he will. Nicely done. Hangs on to it with fire at his feet. It's down behind him, so one of the A defenders is going to find a bit of success. Denied on the smoke walkout. They're trying to get tricky with it, but you are giving Astralis a chance to stabilize on this decider map. That is 3 straight now.
It's also atypical that they use, you know, BTarena plays outside CT. You know, Rain, Nico, they play outside CT. But then you're using Snow on the T side to play it. Usually you have the same player on both sides in the same position. Not to say it would have gone any better for BTarena, but the amount of things that are happening mentally outside with the timings and the smokes, and I feel like there would be no one better to know how to, you know, tactfully approach this part of the map than BTarena, but...
What's that Molotov destined for? Secret. Top hut. A post plant, baby.
See, even like jumping over the smoke, you don't do that.
Now everybody on high alert, including Jabby, but he would have heard Snow already cross down, so he's going to go hunting, make sure that front runner dies. And then turn around for the inevitable Secret push. That's everybody else coming their way from Secret. Sorry, paiN. You weren't too sneaky about it. M4 in the hands.
It's 2 kills.
Yeah, that's actually maybe a bomb plant too. BTarena, we'll see.
Wait, is that an op?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
no.
Hold on.
No.
Wait, this becomes a long and tricky round now. They have to retake versus the op. They don't know what he's looking at.
And he could just get off site. Right now, bomb's on BTarena's back. He's waiting for the ramp approach. Oh. Cadian gives a little jump. That's going to get Devadeus interested.
Oh, the thing is, Devadeus, when he goes to look for this, Cadian made the jump. Devastatus didn't make a step.
Oh, flash out, but no door swung. Down to 15 seconds. He's going for that bomb, and he gets caught but not killed until Staehr comes out with 2 late kills on this one. So, you know.
I guess that was nice from Cadian in that if he didn't die, he distracted the op for so long that he had to follow up all the way around. So fair enough.
But also hard to give Astralis praise too much for that round just because always should have won it.
Yeah.
Very scary out of nowhere. But
True
that
enough.
op getting caught down on the bottom of ramp like that, ooh, you know, Device is suddenly sweating because you've just given a sniper over.
It's the double-edged sword of buying an op.
And
Or just having it versus pistols.
that lead has quickly evaporated.
Yes.
From the first gun round, 4 rounds straight, and none of the last 4 rounds even featuring a bomb plant for paiN. So this one's certainly not over. Astralis have swiftly reminded us that they are not going to go down without a fight on this decider.
Round 20, and it's a very tense moment here for paiN. This idea, I think, will either gain them or deny them a lot of confidence. Astralis have the opportunity to tie up here if they play their cards right. And Cadian playing the ultra passive angle here.
2 players to come help him as well in a moment. Trying to send flashes out. Ooh, was he not spotted?
Yeah, I mean, I think he has been.
Right, yeah, 100%. His leg was sticking out. He tried, oh, that wallbang still hits. That's fun. But it's also still just Kawez on half health. He'll take the kill at the cost of 50 HP. You've got Staehr downstairs behind Silo. Damn, Cadian would have loved to have gotten away with more than just some damage.
But that spot, that's what you get, you know, if you play an angle that passive. Oh,
Yikes.
no, that's not a great spray.
Nope, but
Things are going wrong.
Astralis will take it because it comes with a frag from Staehr as well. Oh, he's under pressure, but he's doing fine with it. Looking for a third one, doing a great job on his own inside this B site with the dink on top of that. Easy wallbang cleanup from Staehr. What a recovery from almost essentially Staehr and Staehr alone.
Love that. I mean, he's so good at positions like that. I mean, I remember watching him play on overpass, I mean, the B site pillar, like any kind of like hard positions where there's lots of pressure coming at him. That's where I think he shines the most. Pretty solid anchor work there for Staehr. And this is a spot where I think Cadian's position, I mean, it didn't really grant much to Astralis. You didn't get early information, died without a kill, opened up ramp. That's where your odds go way down on winning the round. But now paiN, well, they're on Tech 9s only.
Weird one here with Jabby on the vents, but you've still got Staehr anchoring sites, and as long as he's alive, he's bringing players with him. Still, though, an odd amount of answer back from paiN, and now yet again, hands on guns. That is an op scooped up back site with bomb. Or no, where is it? Oh, I got dropped over towards the squeaky door. Snow's gonna have to go grab it. For the time being, Cadian gives him that space.
It's not actually being watched, and because of its position, they have to respect that it could go lower. This becomes quite a difficult round for Astralis, but paiN have to make the choice. And it feels like the right one is to stay up here, but they don't know where the second player's got off to.
It's a long road to wrap around for Cadian, and he doesn't get there fast enough, nor does Staehr. Now positioning up in heaven. That bomb plant on the front side of site, right next to the hut corner. Staehr's trying to give himself a little pocket to get out from. Molotov can't spread to Kawez or he is toast. And Cadian, still unbeknownst to the T's, is about to blindside the Opper, but he missed it! And Kawez is gonna punish that. Quick drop down from Staehr. Incredibly rough series. And yet, if he can piece together this last frag, well, that would have been his moment. But it snows instead.
It's the perfect timing on the peak. and Staehr can't win the rounds. A clutch at a crucial juncture here for paiN. They win this with just Tech-9s.
After 5 CT round wins straight out of the Danes with no bomb plants even for paiN, that comes through. Cadian misses the shot on Cowes, and the Opera turns on him.
And that was a one-bullet death. Cows is sitting there under heaven, hoping Cadian hadn't made that rotation. The timing almost worked out. He both missed his shot and revealed his position in the same bullet. Another shot missed, and the op revealed.
That's a double op this time around as well, so keep your eyes on that.
True, but the other one's tied up outside, isn't he? Device, we don't know if this round could definitely still go back outside.
I think if you think about the success as well that Device has had versus like the Snow Holds outer, see if they're finally able to win one in terms of outer control. Little damage comes Snow's way. David is through the smoke. I mean, Staehr just trying to peel away from that. He sent a couple shots through, it costs him. You poke the beast, you pay the price, and paiN now on the brink of 12, but at the very least, Snow gets clipped out inside of Garage. Device looks for more, and he'll find it! Catching Big Uzera along that main wall's huge. Oh, no third though.
That's payback.
And QZ's gonna equalize and look to join forces with his two teammates who are both coming out from Squeaky. You've got Staehr back sight. And Staehr has been rock solid on these holds, but he just missed timing.
They're getting close.
David's up front. He'll drop NQZ in the background. That's the bomb to be scooped up here by Cowes. No pressure out through main, which means no stoppage of that bomb plant. And with Jabby already out, he's done this silent.
It's a sneaky move.
He has crept in between both.
He's got a good tempo.
Yeah, he's going to catch somebody off guard, but which one and when? Because the repositioning from Cowes has Jabby chasing ghosts. But eventually, he's still going to find him. All he's done is bought a little bit more time.
But they don't know that Davideus is here.
Back-to-back clutches demanded of Davideus, and with 2 kills already, 20 health to his name. Where is he, they wonder? It's a fast approach, making sound. Davideus can't track it onto the bomb. You've got to get no kit. No, excuse me, Jabby's got it, but still, it's his.
Oh,
that
so
extra
close.
second for 11. Woo. Just when you think the Danes are done, they will rob one back.
All the time that was burned off the clock, just trying to chase Cowes slowly and quietly all the way back around through Squeaky. But that's the right move for Yabby. That's the guy that they had to dislodge first. And Davideus is there on the back of the site. Jabby, you have to assume after everything else is cleared out, the guy's not opposite vent. They're not up in heaven. Like, he must be in this spot, and I just missed him. So they were very careful about this 2v1 in the end and had just enough time to get this defused together. Wow, and it really looks like one more kill there from Davideus, and, you know, say sayonara to that one.
Ooh, trying to cross down, new position. First time we've seen him here. Works out. Insta attempt to take ramp instead, it seemed, but they falter off.
Yeah, and they looked clearly like they were going to full commit to it. This becomes a way more complicated moment for paiN. 12 rounds on the line. It's down. About time to show up. Oh,
no.
The timing is unbelievable.
Way. Trade is great. There are layers, but Jabby doesn't get his. He is right there alongside Katie, and that is the trade train that's meant to keep Astralis at the very least in a 3v2.
And Staehr wants to see some action here in secret. How could they expect another player to be outside in this timing? But as they vacate, I don't know if Staehr, the novelty of his position, will wear out quickly. He's got to make another move.
Cowes looks to carve this path towards ramp. I mean, listen, paiN have the advantage in that you just go 3v2 strong.
And if they
group
go
up and trade
lower, well, that's the golden ticket, and it looks like they'll find it. They'll even start running at the right time. Rotations will be there, but a little bit too slow to stop a plan, it looks like.
We've got a Molotov on Staehr, but by the time he comes out, Vent Cowes already down here in the corner of the stairwell. And that could spell disaster, if not for his teammate right behind him with the flashbang. But it is MongolZ to hang on. Good trade out of Staehr. A huge clutch demanded of him. And with that positioning on top site, though, I mean, you just can't get out from the double doors if he's on top. And in this case, it's a little bit off angle, but it's still the NQZ close. Wow. And it's paiN to taste 12 first.
Wow, they actually have done it. It looked like there was no chance here coming into T-side. The score getting tied up all the way to 11-11, but a key clutch, and then honestly, it's still a 2v1 close, 3v1 in general. They had full control throughout this round. It's the trades outside that makes the biggest difference. And yeah, NQZ is the struggling performer for paiN, and he gets 2 trades outside in round 23. So now it'll be max rounds, and it'll be a minimum buy here for Astralis. We've got Staehr on an M4, that's it. An MP9 for Staehr, Cadian on a Scout, a pistol apiece for Device and Yabby, and a chance for paiN to get revenge for their 0-2 loss to Astralis.
Yeah, an 0-2 loss that's recent, and one that was best case 9 rounds on that Dust 2 map pick. They changed things up with Mirage, and they put forth on Nuke after trailing 5-1 was the start for Astralis. 5-1 on this decider map. And now they play for overtime with a buy, like you mentioned, that lacks. Pistols into the top sights. Down puts that incredibly important M4 inside main.
The money is crystal clear here to the T side, right? All they can do to mess this up is not moving with conviction. They know it's best case to go outside. Last time Astralis kept to themselves, split up 2-3.
Look at this wrap. They leave that open, just putting one smoke down instead, and they want garage control off of this.
And they're trying to fight into mini, but Staehr will
the
get
M4.
one side. How are they letting this happen?
They peek a second. Big Uzera, they're so concerned about somebody in the depths of garage that you've just given over the 5v3. Irretrievable weapons. No way Astralis can run the risk of going to grab that. Is there a quick enough response? We've got the bomb down secret already. MongolZ hears the movement inside of the ramp room, but there are layers to this movement from Astralis. Into lobby they'll go as well, splitting both sides. MongolZ starting to move forward. Device unravels just a second too soon.
And Davideus gets another.
Cadian's just been killed inside sight. This goes back to the 2 versus 2. This was a 3v5 to the favor of Astralis. Jabby saw that as well. Davideus versus Jabby, and Jabby disengages. He wants to hit that bomb site instead. Is it paiN with revenge, or is it Astralis OT? We pause for a moment. There are no kits on these defenders, but Jabby gets the better of Davideus after he's done so much. And with a flashbang on the doorway, NQZ trying to frazzle the 2 defenders on top of this bomb. He's got to get him off it. Jabby still defusing. Now comes off and falls to the 1-tap. Revenge for paiN.
Oh, wait, what? I mean, wow. Just an elation of emotion there at the very end of the road for paiN. They close this one out 13-11 in Astralis. We'll be putting another